Really know anything about pools, but I had a guy that worked for me that did some pool remodeling, so we kind of just teamed up on it. Came out beautiful, and after that I knew I had found my passion.
Tons of houses in Southwest Florida have pools. You can enjoy them even on a rainy day like today, but not every house has a lagoon. Today we're going to meet with Lucas Lagoons, who's building incredible projects like this behind me. So Lucas, what got you into the pool business, and how did you go from where you started to where you are today?
Well, I moved down here to Sarasota from Vermont in 1999. Party like it's 1999, man. So I was here downtown Sarasota when the ball dropped, hit 2000, the whole Y2K scare, but nothing happened, fortunately. So long story short, I had a background in landscaping, and I came down to Florida, kind of started doing landscaping, tree work, all the easy stuff, because everything grows all the time here, right? So there's not enough people to like keep everything neat and tidy. But I had a client that had an old pool, and I grew up doing a lot of stone work, water features, and I'm looking at all these like boring pools here in Florida, and they had like the, the white cool deck and just a plain old pool. And the clients are like, they're probably in their late 70s, early 80s, and they said, we really only use the pool when the grandkids come over, but we'd love a beautiful place to come out together, have coffee in the morning, maybe dinner and wine in the evening. And I said, man, I'd love to put some natural stone around this pool, cut out some of this deck, make some planters, do maybe a flagstone deck. This is like 25 years ago, right? So this is probably actually 2003 I started Lucas Lagoons, but this is previous to Lucas Lagoons. I was still Earthworks back then. So, ended up being another Earthworks in town that didn't have a great reputation. So it was perfect timing to cut the name, start Lucas Lagoons. But this first remodel came out so beautiful. I didn't really know anything about pools, but I had a guy that worked for me that did some pool remodeling. So we kind of just teamed up on it, and it came out beautiful. And after that, I knew I had found my passion.
You guys don't just do new pools. I think you touched on it. You do some overhauls as well. Is that still the case?
Yeah, so in the beginning, it was mostly overhauls, just kind of remodeling. And then as our pools and grottos got bigger and bigger, we actually kind of broke a pool shell in half, and I had to fix it because we stand behind our work. And so at that point, I was like, okay, maybe we need to really start looking at the engineering of this stuff. And so we do site-specific engineering. We do geotests to make sure the ground can, hold that much weight. I mean, our average pool has, 100 ton of rock on it. We have some that have 500 ton on it. We do some massive pools today. So most of what we do is rip out the old and put in the new. But that being said, we do some remodeling. We're gonna start kind of a separate remodel division. And then we have a whole thing we're rolling out this year with a designer series, designed by Lucas, built by others. So we're gonna have authorized contractors that are trained and that can build our designs. So then we can hit kind of the 250 to 750K price point, because our signature series is really like 750K and up. So we do a lot of multi-million-dollar projects, even all around the country. We have a $12 million project coming up out west, one in the Bahamas. It's going to be 12 to 15 million. So we do some massive stuff, but I love to be able to just make families happy. Whether it's a small job or a big job, the same love and attention goes into every project.
Obviously, a $15 million pool, right? There's got to be a high level of trust that someone's going to have to hire you to do that.
Yeah.
What do you attribute your success to earning that spot in somebody's eyes?
I think, it's always been the project and the client first. I mean, we've lost money on plenty of pools, kind of learning and building. We've always made it right. We're always innovating, doing things that others don't do. So we kind of separated ourselves from everybody, instead of just competing at the bottom and trying to undercut each other. I just kind of removed myself. Not even strategically, more just because that's what excited me. I just loved designing and thinking big and kind of wild, and it just so happened to kind of build that blue ocean for us. So, I think just putting quality before profits in the project before myself, and then just innovating really kind of separated us from the competition.
Absolutely. And so you've done some incredible stuff. Anybody that looks through your Instagram can see some wild things. Is there anything that you have not done yet that you're just waiting for someone to commission you to do?
There's a couple things. The biggest thing is we almost had a guy do like a wave rider pool for surfing. I want to do a surf pool. I'd love it to be attached to like a lazy river and a couple other things. We had this whole thing we wanted to do where it was like a subterranean kind of wine cellar cigar bar under the pool where there's an acrylic window and you can see people above. So we had that designed in on a project, but the guy didn't move forward with it. I think it was a budget type thing. He got someone local. But anyway, because this was like up in the Midwest. But we have some crazy ideas. I mean, the list, I could talk to you all day about crazy ideas, but like, yeah, definitely like a surf pool and maybe some subterranean like crazy bunker thing that looks up at the rest of the pool would be cool.
So, not every pool has to be a multi-million-dollar pool.
Right.
The one in this backyard is incredible. You really combine some incredible features into it, along with, I think, a budget in mind.
Yeah.
So why don't we head back out into the rain and take a look?
Yeah, I'd love to show you it. It's got all the features of a Lucas Lagoon, just in a smaller package. It's like the perfect size pool, I think. All right, Rich, check this out, man. I absolutely love this pool. And it's kind of cool that it's raining because it's like misty and the water's warm, the air is cool. It looks magical right now.
You've got some incredible features that I've seen on some of your bigger projects here. Tell me a little bit about the different spaces within this pool.
Yeah, so like I said, it has everything a bigger pool would have. It's got the sun shelf, which people love a place just to kind of hang out. And so this is a great place to just kind of lounge, get a little bit of sun. When it's not raining. We got the swim up bar, so like later we're gonna kind of do like an outdoor kitchen pavilion over there. So right there is kind of like the swim up bar. We got the grotto, we got the jet, so if you want to sit. This is a spool, right? So it can be hot in the winter, cool in the summer. You can heat it up. It's very efficient. With a pool of this size, your electric is going to be way lower than a big pool. Your heating expenses are lower, your chemical expenses. We love to use UV ozone as well, just to kind of keep the chemicals down. The balance of all the landscaping. I mean, the grotto, it's got like a little sneaky way to go in the side of the grotto. So if you don't want to swim in, you can literally just kind of walk in through the side into the grotto. So literally, like, it has the landscaping, the decking, the lighting, all the features of a bigger pool packed into this beautiful 1920s bungalow downtown Sarasota.
How much stone is on this?
Right there is 1.5 loads of Tennessee fieldstone. So we have 36 tons of stone right there. So 72,000 pounds about of rock on the end of this little pool.
I love it. And at night this thing lights up too.
Oh, it's gorgeous at night. We have so much lighting in here. I mean, it really lights up, and then all the uplighting on all the palm trees. I mean, it's like your own little resort, your own oasis right here downtown Sarasota.
Dude, thanks so much for coming out today.
Yeah,
especially in this weather.
Yeah. Awesome.
I want to thank Lucas for braving the storm here today, coming out and showing us around this incredible project. I'd highly encourage you to check him out on Instagram, check out the show, and until next time, be well.